not that you have germs, but it's just you don't transfer your body um, dander to someone else, even if you don't like have a disease or sickness or anything like that, that, you know, you don't want to transfer. It's just, I mean, your body's used to you. It's not used to someone else. So I'm just stacking it right there at the lash line on the upper side too. And I'm staying very, very close to the eyelashes this time, the eyelash line. Because we already had that bronze with the pencil brush a little further down. Now with the smudger brush, the short shader, I'm staying right on the lash line with the darker color. And because it's the same dark color we used on the lid, I'm stamping it right at the lashes to make sure there's no little white section that didn't get colored, because we're doing a dark lid today, for those of you who have not been here. And I'm going to use the leftover of that to fill in the brow. I know some people be like, what? What are you doing? That's what I'm doing. That's what she did. Okay. So I'm going underneath. And the thing about this is that will pick up that color in your eye. Oops, I'll fix that, don't worry. I'm not being precise enough up here. I have one little hair. I've trimmed it several times, and then backfill just a little bit here. Don't overdo this, because you do want this lighter, but since that's a little bit of a different color. So I'm just going to use my finger and just kind of wipe right there, just to get a cleaner line. And it kind of made it look a little more pointy, which I want. Where is my there? Where is my there? I have to check this again in a minute. Let me pull my little bangs out of the picture. There we go. This is not a good filler shadow for brow. Because it's a little too powdery and I'm having a hard time getting any traction here. Oh, and I also can't see because hello, the plastic. Oh my goodness. I was looking through plastic. This is way, way, way too dark. Okay. Why didn't y'all say something? Bad. See, we need to live stream this. You know, YouTube can live stream now. I'm thinking about doing that. What do y'all think? That way we could talk back and forth live. That would be kind of cool, I think. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure this goes up high enough that it has the right arch coming down. I'm thinking it do. Yes, I know that's bad English. I'm being funny. That's why they keep putting me on the comedy channel, y'all. Why? Why? I'm not being funny. They think I am. Do you think I am? Oh my gosh, that got way too dark. Okay, so what do you do when it's too dark? These are real situations we're dealing with here. You brush it out. You use a spoolie brush. Some people call this an eyelash brush. And you just kind of brush it out a little bit. And what that does is it knocks out. See how it kind of lightened up that one compared to this one? It lightens up the color a little bit because you're basically taking some of the color off. And I'm purposely, instead of brushing up, I'm kind of brushing and letting it drop. So I may have fallout from this by the way I'm doing it. But it's on purpose. I'm trying to make some of it drop. The problem is it's going to drop on me. Here we go. And when you brush up, your expressions will cause that to come back down. So don't freak out. All right, and then I'm just going to make sure I didn't get powder up there. Let me get it over here. Yeah. Wow. I just realized what's wrong. I look very in need of something under my eyes. And the Rimmel. Someone asked me, where do you get Rimmel? The drugstore. I get this at Walgreens. This is number 230, which is Fair Light. And it's hard to tell, you know, what my color is versus yours. Because lighting, you know, makes me brighter. But I only put very, very little, and it's very thin. Why do I like that? Some of them are a little much, like this. I know everybody swears by this that's 20 years old. And if you're 20 years old, you can. Here's another one. But I like this better than I like Tarte. Because of the sponge applicator, it's easier to smooth it out. But what I would say about the Tarte, even though I'm sure it's great coverage, I do think it is coverage, it's too thick. And what that means is, if you've got an acne scar you're trying to cover or something like that, that may be great. But just for going under your eyes, I should have done this before I did my under eye. But I'm going to use it to clean up with, so. And I go right past the eye so that I have a brightening area back here. But then you got to blend that down really good. Really good. But the reason is because that I say you got to be so careful with under your eye. It's not just that people say, well, it's such thin skin. It is thin, and so but it also can pooch, and so you don't want to put a lot of, it'll wrinkle worse than almost any place on your body. If you look at someone's eyes, you can tell. Once I put it on, then I almost dab it back off like that. You don't need a beauty blender to do that. I know some people are like, where's your beauty blender? I don't have to use one. I don't have to. You can't make it. Then I go into this wrinkle right here to lighten it, and these right there to lighten it. If you're older, or even if you're younger, that is a shadow. So if you put something light in it, it won't be as shadowy. The thing about this is the less you can put on your eyes, the better, because any makeup sets wrinkles. A wrinkle is a valley in your skin. Just think of it like, here's the flat skin, and then it goes down into this valley. So if you fill that up, it's not going to show as much. But once you start filling it up, guess what it does? It widens it. It makes your wrinkles more set. Because you're pushing down and you're setting what was like this, and you put stuff down in it, and it gets to be a bigger and bigger wrinkle. So don't overdo it with that. Now what I will tell you is I do not know if this powder is the Double Perfection, but that is my favorite foundation powder, and you could use that. The pink blush I like, but it was a little too light for me. So if I was on a trip, this would be fine, not the lipstick. Now, if you like lipstick and you like lip gloss, this would be absolutely perfect for you. But for me, I like to have my Chanel, this. This is all I use. Matter of fact, I just got 2 new colors in it. One that's kind of like I think it's called Blood Orange. It's a little better for spring, summer. This is Soft Rose, which is my year-round color. It's what I have on right now. It goes with anything and everything. It's very neutral, and yet its color, it adds to your face. And then once you put it on, you have to be very careful putting it on, because it's like paint. Once you put it on, it's there for hours and hours and hours, and it doesn't transfer. Then you put this, the high gloss, on the other end. It makes it shiny, it moisturizes it, and it sets it. And it doesn't, when people say, well, it's on, and then they will eat or drink something and it's right off. That does not happen. Hold on one second. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay, a little bit. Just a little bit. And only because I went like that. But still, can you imagine when it's still on my lips is the point. And when you do use others, it's off. See, it's still not that much. It's not. Absolutely no comparison. Absolutely no comparison at all. And I did put a lot on today. Maybe that's why it was a hair of transfer, but nothing. Oh, I forgot to put this in there. Do keep these when you travel. I'll just put it right in there until the next time I use it. The inside flap. When you travel, do keep your plastic thingies in, because I'm going to blend while we're talking. Because travel, you know, the motion, it really can mess it up. So I'm just blending the lines away. We are not blending these colors together. Just kind of where the line is, I'm kind of diffusing it. That's it. I don't want to blend these 2 colors together. I like the lighter color with the darker color. I'm not trying to blend them together. I don't want to blend them together. Just blending the edges. Okay. Now, I'm going to do my eyelash curler first, because and I didn't do my crease. I'm in my waterline, and I'm using IT Cosmetics, of course. No Tug Anti-Aging Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. It is the longest name. They are trying to get all the attributes in the name. And maybe it's like a hashtag. They're trying to make sure that when it goes as a SKU in the system, which really it's just a number, but that everybody picks up on all those things, because everybody wants anti-aging. Everybody wants no tug. That's why it's gel. Everybody wants waterproof, so it'll stay on all day. Y'all, this is the best product. And it just scrolls up, even though it's got a sharpener on the other end. See if you take that off. There's a little sharpener. But I never, ever have used it because it's a scroll up. It's perfect. If you'll notice, I didn't even have to pull my skin down. I just did it. Sometimes I've done it for you guys, and I've looked at you while I've done it. That's how smooth it goes on. I don't even need anything else. Okay, I was going to use that Charlotte Tilbury brow, but I did my brows. I don't need anymore. Okay, so before I put on a wet liner, I'm going to go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury eyelash curler. I literally love this the best because when you look right here, it's nice and wide this way, lengthwise, and then tall, it's quite wide as well. So when you put your lashes through and you barely even touch your lid, for those of you who don't know Charlotte Tilbury, she's British. Then literally, and she says literally like every other word. But anyway, you literally barely have to press down and your lashes will pop right up, and then you clap down on them. And then you go from just flat to an L position, and now you let some of them out. And you curl back towards the, now you get the curl back towards the crease, which will cause you to raise your elbow. That's how you know if you're doing it right. I'm bouncing a little. Can you see that? Just gives a little pressure. And I'm holding it. Oh, and I've got fallout. So I'm using a dual fiber brush. This is 55, I think. Yeah, F55. I think F is for face and E is for eye. But I had just a little fallout there and there. Never rub it. Always flick it off. If you rub it, it'll rub it in. Love that brush. I often need that brush. You can use a fan brush too, but I like that one. Okay, now look, I want to show you. Put your lashes through and let that sit right on your lid, right? And just push up just a little. Look how those lashes popped right up, and that's when you clamp down. When you clamp down, you're making your lashes turn into what was like that, into an up, an L position. This is your lid. So they were like that. And when you clamp down, they're like that. But unless you just want your lashes